Hey, you guys, on today's show, oh my Lord in heaven, the Insurrection Act. Hey, by the time this airs, it may already have been declared. Let's discuss it today on The Angela Box Show.
Hello, my name is Angela Box.
Show your truth, my name.
Okay, you guys. First of all, let me just give a note. You will not see me fluff my hair in this video. And you're going to be like, Angela, did you finally get a hypnosis to make you not fluff your hair every 10 seconds because it's your tick? No, I did not. One fingernail, the nail polish popped off, so I had to repaint it. So here you go. It's wet. You will not see me fluff my hair, and it's already driving me crazy. But let's get to this stuff, the latest with the ICE stuff, okay? When you see this, Saturday, we're going through our day. We're all hunkering down, waiting for this, Armageddon storm.
I had it first. I need milk for my kids. America! You made me drop everything.
Land of the free! Fight for the bread, people!
Oh, my foot!
Which won't even be that big of a deal, but whatever. Going to the grocery store, you would think, is it COVID again? Is there supposed to be like a 10-day hurricane coming? No. Just one night of freezing. Anyway, that's Houston. All right, in between all of this, in between everyone hunkering down and everything, they're over in Minneapolis having a grand old time. All right? Hundreds of rioters out there just making ICE agents' lives a living hell. They're trying to apprehend actual criminals, true pieces of shit. And every leftist is over there going, no, there are people. And the cops are like, yeah, we know, but still we're taking them and we're deporting them. We know they're your people. Trust us. Anyway, Saturday morning, there was an ICE-involved shooting. And of course, immediately Tim Walz is out there wringing his hands, and Jacob Fry is like, oh my God, this is only happening because ICE agents are Nazis and Gestapo. And it would sure be a real sad thing if someone just rose up against them, don't you think? Wink, wink. Anyway, of course, the real story turned out to be completely opposite of what the media was saying.
Did you see what MSNBC did to his image?
Yeah, where they gussied
Basically
it up.
did the opposite of what CNN did to me. CNN during the COVID times turned me green, and they made me ugly and look like I was dying, and just kind of wild. Look at the difference.
Yeah.
Look at the difference. They shortened up his face. They gave him a little bit of a tan. They widened his face a little bit, it seems like. They just made him a little handsomer. Gave him a little bit of a handsome jaw. They changed his fucking teeth, man.
He didn't want the racist cops to ask for his ID after he died, so he just was like, I'm not going to do it. Screw you. Anyway, he brought a 9mm handgun and started brandishing it at ICE agents. Basically, out there, he's like, I'm here to do as much damage as humanly possible. And the ICE agents are like, what are we supposed to do? So they get involved in a tussle with him, and they end up shooting the guy because, again, he pointed a gun at them first. Roll that clip.
They're doing too much, man, and they keep pushing people, you know?
Oh shit! What the fuck? They killed him? Did they fucking kill that guy? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Not again! Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's dead. Yo, we need people on site.
Yeah, and as you can see here in that video, it sounds like an illegal alien. He's like, oh, they need to stop hurting him. Why are they all jumping on him? It's like, can you come get this guy next, guys? But here's how disgusting the media had portrayed it. Another shooting of someone protesting against them taking, little Adrian away from his daddy. And on that note, Liam, for another 24 hours prior to this, we all got a taste of gaslighting of the highest order, because there's a little kid named Liam Ramos. And if you did not know any better, see, I moved my hair with this hand. If you did not know any better, you would think that Liam Ramos's parents were, they basically were just, poor put upon factory workers who did all the right things, and they just got detained because they were brown, you guys. No, this is what they're saying, of course. And Senator Kneepads had a really hot take on this. Like, Senator Kneepads was like, I'm running in 2028. I need to start having hot takes on things. I need to show that, I've got my finger on the pulse of where the Democrat Party is. So this heifer put out this tweet, and she said, Liam Ramos is just a baby. He's just a baby, you guys. He should be home with his family, not used as bait by ICE and held in a Texas detention center. I am outraged, and you should be too. And I guess if you're not, obviously you're a Nazi. But anyway, of course, that's not the whole story. The story is, of course, and then Homeland Security had to put this out. And he's like, they're like, you might want to wait 30 seconds to a minute before you hit send on your tweet. And you might want to see if there's any updates on the story. Because immediately, Homeland Security puts this out. They're like, well, his dad was the one being apprehended, and the minute we pulled him over, he ran and left his child. So, what are you talking about? And also, Kamala Harris, Senator Kneepads, didn't your administration under your Borders Our tutelage lose like 400,000 kids and set up a fake 1-800 number to report any abuse when in actuality it's one person working? But you were like, we have a call center in case anyone has any problems with their sponsor families. No, one person doing the fakest. All these kids got lost. That's on you. Anyway, she's a horrible human. And then, of course, she doesn't have anything to say. Anything to say, ever. No words could darken her mouth. I could say something there. I'm not.
Madam Vice President, thank you for doing this interview. Thank you for actually sitting down with a Trump supporter, because a lot of people on your side wouldn't.
Please, just you are doing your thing.
All right, VP, let's jump right into this, okay? Everybody and their mama want to know, how often did you sleep with people to make it to the top when you were advancing your career, when you were trying to advance your career?
Every day, all the time.
Oh. That's what a lot of people expected.
No words would darken her mouth to say with her whole chest any of the people killed by illegal aliens. Not to mention any of the people murdered by illegal aliens that your administration let in.
Well, I know you're up in heaven, but damn, it hurts like hell. 'Cause I'd just be pretending if I said anything else. And I know God don't make mistakes, but this sure feels like one. That won't change the facts, that won't bring you back. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do, I'll never not remember you. Thank God for all the memories and pictures on my phone. They don't fill the empty, but I feel less alone. And I know you're with the angels, right where you belong. 'Cause you were one to us, you left a legacy of love. So I'll cry 'cause it's over, and smile because we had you. Packed a whole lot of living even though it ended all too soon. And in time I'll start healing, but even when I get that feeling, no matter where I go or what I do.
She could not fix her face to ever say the name of Laken Riley, Jocelyn Nungari, Rachel Morin. Could not fix her face to say those names. But she's going to come out here and say, oh, Liam Ramos, he was just a baby. Y'all, you're doing too much. Now, over in Minnesota, we are all anxiously awaiting the soon-to-be announced Insurrection Act. And obviously, I feel like Trump is just waiting for the right time. He's waiting for it to get to a point of, like, no return. Like, these people have basically taken siege in this part of the city and are threatening law enforcement live. Like, this can't go on. And it's not just one, it's not just two, it's thousands of people. And even if it's not thousands of people, it's hundreds of people. And we've got a mayor in the self-hating Jew, Jacob Fry. And yes, I found out he is Jewish. So he's a self-hating Jew who is the bottom for every Somali top that he can find in Minneapolis. He takes it up the A, no lube, all day, every day, bought and paid for. Jacob Fry, Tim Waltz out there, you know, crying crocodile tears.
Take the money and run.
Saying, oh, MAGA's out of control. Wouldn't it be terrible if anything happened? Don't do anything, you guys. But also, why don't y'all go out and do our dirty work for us? Because you're useful idiots, and that's all you're good for. Okay, so all these people are getting ready to have the Insurrection Act declared on them, and that means we're going to see some serious federal subpoenas, some serious federal discovery start flying. We're going to find out what Tim Walz and Jacob Fry, Neil Khan Omar and Keith Ellison, all their conversations around this. It's like I said, we are in the era of FAFO, okay? These people are effing around. They're getting ready to find out. And the reason, in my opinion, I've said this before, the reason they are doing this, the reason they are taking it to an 11 and are going to make Trump come in there and declare the Insurrection Act so then they can go play their tiny violins and saying, woe is me, Trump is Hitler. The only reason they're actually doing this is because the fraud stuff is heating up.
Somalians have a right to steal billions of dollars with fake daycare centers, Donald. That's their culture. I spent a few months in Somalia myself, and do you know what I leered? What, Tim? I leered that Somalians steal money from the government there, too. Tim, I had no choice. Somalians stole $9 billion before you noticed. Oh, right, like it's so easy to keep track of $9 billion. How am I supposed to watch that many bills at the same time?
There is a woman named Amy Bock, B-O-C-K, okay? And she was in charge of, I'm scrolling here. She was the ringleader of the $250 million Feeding Our Future COVID fraud scheme. Okay? So Amy Bock is sitting in federal prison. She laundered like $67 million, $250 million, like something crazy, right? So the reason all of this is going on is because people like Amy Bock are now talking. She's sitting in federal prison. She's going to be talking. She's going to be singing. And, hope someone's keeping an eye on her because last I heard she's not suicidal either. But Amy Bock is out there being like, y'all, Tim, she's saying it without saying it because, again, she probably doesn't have her deal in place yet, where she'll be required to tell everything she knows, and she'll be like, I will be happy to, whether she gets some sort of reduced sentence or whatever, that's what she's waiting on. So here's what she tells Fox News. Convicted fraudster Amy Bock tells Fox News from jail that Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison must have been aware of the $250 million pandemic nutrition fraud scheme, but failed to act. And that's just, as they've been saying, the tip of the iceberg. We're talking 19, 20 billion. We know Act Blue's involved. We know the Democrat Party is involved. We know this money that is going to the Somalis is being laundered back to Democrats and back to corrupted Republicans. It's huge, you guys. And so what better way to keep everyone from talking about the billions and billions and billions of dollars of fraud is to get on TV and tell your perpetual toddler followers, it's really terrible what ICE is doing. Look at Hitler over there. Just all these little Hitlers running around, grabbing abuelas and Jose and Ramones from the yard and just, leaving little kids to fend for themselves in the middle of a street because ICE captured their daddy and he's probably going to get run over by a white supremacist. You guys, it would be really a bad thing if, you were to get out there and protest. So, wink, wink. Anyway, that is why all of this is going down the way it is. Now, finally, back to the top of this segment here. I said that ICE is out there basically explaining that this, I didn't set this up. I didn't set this up at all. I set up the guy being like, oh, you need to lay off of him. What did he do? I dropped that clip. I did not drop the clip of Border Patrol Command Officer Bovine. And I'm trying to find this here because it's really, really good. And he went out there, and this is literally like a few days after a Chicago jury found this Latin King guy not guilty for conspiracy to commit murder against Border Patrol leader Bovino. So this literal Latin Kings guy is on Snapchat, okay? He's on Snapchat, and he's basically saying, hey, this guy's got a $10,000 bounty on his head. Roll that clip.
There's a bounty that was released, Juan Espinoza Martinez. They got his screenshot off his Snapchat because he thought it was just going to disappear. They got him in custody now, but he was releasing that he was willing to pay, and he works for the cartel, of course, $2K on info on these agents, and then $10K if you take them down. Now, what he means by taking them down is assassinating them.
Yeah, you heard the governor talk about Greg Bovino. If you don't know who he is, he's the chief patrol agent. And DHS is saying that this guy who you're talking about, Lawrence, allegedly placed a bounty on the commander-at-large of the Border Patrol chief, and that's Gregory Bovino. He was on with Sean last night talking about this issue. He says that this guy, this 37-year-old Chicago resident, Juan Espinoza Martinez, was charged with murder for hire. He was arrested yesterday. He is a ranking member of the Latin Kings, which is a gang known for violent crimes and drug trafficking across Chicago. He's from Mexico. He came to the United States illegally. And yes, on Snapchat, he was offering thousands of dollars if you take down Bovino. And he put a picture of Bovino on there.
Right, there you go. And by the way, who are the thugs? According to the governor, the thugs are the ones wearing bulletproof vests right there. And the guy in the middle, Latin Kings, I guess the governor's fine with that because these guys are running wild throughout Chicago, are really thriving for the last 20 years, but they don't want any help. Matt Scarpino says this, targeting senior federal officers is a brazen and direct assault on the rule of law, and HSI will remain persistent, dismantling violent gangs like the Latin Kings that threaten public safety.
So basically, the Latin Kings guy in Chicago, the leader of the Latin Kings, who cares what his name is? It doesn't matter. Jose Sanchez, whatever. So the Latin Kings leader in Chicago put out a hit on Border Patrol leader Bovino, okay? Put out a hit on his life, was talking through Snapchat with his homies about like, you can get him. I will give you like $10,000. Okay, so the jury in Chicago, this guy was up for trial, decides to find this guy not guilty because, of course, they did. It's Chicago. Total and complete jury nullification. Now, let us fast forward to Saturday. I'm filming on Saturday. Let us fast forward to Saturday. So a couple days after coming off this, where this guy's life is in danger, and we're talking about people are going to get killed, okay? And when we try and hold the leaders who say this rhetoric responsible, it's going to be very difficult if there's not an explicit threat, okay? And they know exactly what they're doing. And their little minions are like, I'll do it, I'll kill them. Anyway, so Bovino gets out there Saturday. And when he was explaining why they opened fire on this piece of shit. He was very clear. Roll that clip.
Disorderly conduct and driving without a valid license. During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but the subject was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 loaded magazines and no accessible ID. This looks like a situation where an individual wanted to do maximum damage and massacre law enforcement. Then, about 200 rioters arrived at the scene and began to obstruct and assault law enforcement. Crowd control measures have been deployed for the safety of the public and law enforcement. This situation is evolving, and more information is forthcoming.
So yeah, all you leftists who are out there riding and dying for these illegals and thinking that there's nothing wrong with people making literal threats on the lives of law enforcement officers, attacking law enforcement officers, stopping Border Patrol and ICE from doing their jobs, stopping them from rounding up violent felons and insane people for the most part. Like 90% of them are people with criminal records. You're stopping that from happening, you guys. You're stopping that from happening. And the fact that there's a jury out in Chicago that completely was like, nah, we're good. See you later. Like, I'm going to say something fairly controversial, okay? I don't wish bad on anybody, okay? Let me stipulate that. I try not to, at least. What I'm saying is I'm not going to wish harm on someone else, okay? However, it would be interesting karma, would it not? If one of these jurors or a number of the jurors, because they live in Chicago, okay? It's Wild Wild West over there. If one of these jurors or their family members met with their demise or a horrible attack by an illegal alien, it would be delicious karma, I believe. And again, not wishing it on anybody, but wouldn't that be interesting? Hi, you guys. I would like to tell you all about my friend and photographer and author of How to Keep God First in a Social Media World, which you can find on Amazon, and all-around great human, Alan Bates. And Alan is your healthcare solution guy. Go to yourhealthbenefitsolution.com. If you're freaking out about your premiums, which why wouldn't you? Because of Obamacare is collapsing and it was always meant to collapse. But he can help you find the best prices for your family. And open enrollment is going on right now. So just get in touch with Alan at yourhealthbenefitsolution.com or give him a call at 713-824-4636. That's 713-824-4636. His name is Alan Bates. He's an amazing guy. Give him a call and let him help you out with the nightmare of open enrollment. And tell him I sent you. Do it today. Okay, that is where I'm going to leave today's video. Please let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And remember to keep kicking ass and taking names and to let thy will be done. Peace.